But I'll tell you what's standing in the way of it. It's practical, it is mundane, and it is in direct response to the Microsoft question, which you've all heard by now many times over, which is, so, says Microsoft, where do you want to go today? And I look at my desktop and I say, where the hell am I to begin with?
Really successful organizations succeed because they can outlive their past success. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you want to create a lack of memory in your organization. Memory is important. We should be able to go back and do research and understand what's worked and what hasn't, but we shouldn't be bound by it. You don't want to end up with the memory of a goldfish, if you will. And what I mean by that, let me explain, because they've done research on this. Small animals, especially goldfish, have very short long-term memories. In the case of a goldfish, it's about 30 seconds. So by the time a goldfish makes it to one end of the tank and turns around, it's a whole new experience. Everything's brand new. The world is refreshed. Which you will say, there are some relationships I have had where that would be a good thing. Not in your company. Not in your company.
You are the builders. You are the ones that are creating the foundation on which the future is going to be based. But I know I need to start you off with something that will help to sort of get you in the mood, to get you into a little bit of the spirit of things this morning. What I'd like to do is start by asking you all, if you would, to just stand up. Stand up. I know we need a little bit of energy. It's been a long night, a long morning for many of you. And I want to introduce you to some visionaries. I want to introduce you to some visionaries. I want you to look to your left, to your right. I want you to look behind you, in front of you. I want you to find one of these folks that looks like a real visionary, lock eyes with them, and do me a favor, give them a big hug. Big bear hug. No kissing on the lips is necessary. Hugs will do. One or two apiece, please. You may be seated. You're not done yet. Yeah, I know. I've only got an hour. Well, recently, I got one of these. How many have one? But I've got a better one. I've got a better one. Because mine doesn't have a microphone in the wire. You see, the microphone is in the earpiece. So when I put this on, I can whisper quietly while I've got this plugged into my cell phone, and I can talk. And I look so incredibly absurd. Yes, honey, I love you too. Do you have a bedtime story you want Daddy to read tonight? Winnie the Pooh was getting into the honey pot. Who is he talking to? Now, luckily, I'm Greek, but I don't have the Greek-Italian thing going with the arms. But you've seen these people, right? In the middle of nowhere, and they're gesturing like this, and there's no one there. We don't need virtual reality. We're living it right now. You see, this is not that you're too kind. It's that you all have the experience. You've been there. And you know how silly we all are. Look, I can't unplug. I know I can't unplug. I'm stuck with it. The question is, how do I deal with the connections? How do I make them valuable? How do I move from the absurd to not just the productive, but how do I move from the absurd? Yes, I was at the Venetian yesterday. Gillette is launching a brand new razor blade. Community. How long ago was it they just launched a brand new razor blade? And I was, yeah, the Mach 3. Now, I have to tell you this. I wasn't supposed to be there. I knew Gillette was going to be at the Venetian. I knew they were doing this great rollout, and I wanted to get into the room to just see what was going on. I'm not going to tell you what the thing is called. I'm not going to describe it to you. I'm just going to tell you they are announcing this. But I will share with you something else. If you have one of these things in your ear, and you put it around your ear like this, and you act really official, it's amazing what you can do and where you can go. A pair of sunglasses helps too.